got you again here. It's Lang and Acez for ShotCast episode 9, I believe. You believe that?
Oh, I think you had too much coffee, bro.
Oh, 6 shots in this nitro?
It's crazy, bro.
We're from whiskey to coffee, baby. Rags to riches. Alrighty, so we're here to talk about today a topic that's very powerful. So we're going to need you guys to stick with us in this one. And it is, why does the house always win?
Man.
Or the house
sure
always
do,
wins.
don't they do.
The house always wins. And this could go so many different directions, but let's just start off. It is Thanksgiving this morning, so thank you for coming out on Thanksgiving.
Man, thank you for having me.
I know it's not easy for you coming down here.
Not easy for any of us, man. It's a busy day today.
Yeah, we made it happen on Thanksgiving. So we'll start off by just saying how grateful we are for everybody listening, watching. Grateful for you to have you in our lives. I hit up my family this morning. I hit up my friends. I hit up my work chat. Told them all how grateful I am for all of them. I put up a couple social posts telling everybody watching, listening, how grateful I am for them. And just a great day to be, grateful and share gratitude with everybody you love.
Yeah, no doubt, man. The only reason that I've made it as far as I've made it in my life, so I guess so far, I'll say that a few more times, but is because the people that have inspired me and challenged me and whipped me into shape and loved me up. So to everybody listening, man, happy Thanksgiving. I'm grateful for each and every one of you.
Yeah. So we're going to transition quick off that. I'm going to ask, why can't it be Thanksgiving every damn day? Why do we have to wait for that one holiday once a year in November to give thanks, be grateful, see family? Why is that only once? I know it's not only once for me. Why do you think it's only one time?
I don't know. Sometimes we're sheep, man. We follow along with what the world does. There's Thanksgiving one day a year, and so the texts blow up, and we send out the text because that's what everybody else does. So sometimes we follow too much, and it just happens to be that last Thursday in November, big fella, when the Lions lose.
So, you calling them out like that?
Yeah.
All right. So for me, I mean, every single morning, I have something I do, which is a gratitude list. And I used to do it on a piece of notebook, and then I moved it to my phone. And sometimes I do it in a video or a post, but just to make it consistent and to share it with people I love. One neuro hack I did, mind hack, is I started sending out that list of gratitude I write every morning to different people I love and care about. So one morning I'll send it to my work team. One morning I'll send it to my family chat. One morning I'll send it to my wife. But I'm always letting out that gratitude list every single morning. That's how I start my day. So for me, I could say it's Thanksgiving every goddamn morning because I start off my morning with a gratitude list. And I'm not the only one that does this. A lot of successful people start off their days like this. Tony Robbins is infamous for saying, you cannot share love and spread love with the universe if you're not grateful for the love you already have. So it's important that for all of you listening, you starting your days off with gratitude. If you did it today, great. Do it every day, though. Make it an every single day ritual and habit, and forever you'll be grateful. We shouldn't just wait for one time a year.
Man, it's crazy when you think about it. I think it's hard for people to say thank you sometimes. Maybe not sometimes, maybe more of the times. I don't know, man. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's not cool or you feel weakness. That means somebody helped you out, and maybe people don't want to admit that they need help from time to time. Yeah. And so if you help me, then man, I got to say thank you. So I might not even ask you for help, because when you do, I might have to say thank you when I'm done. I don't know. Maybe I'm going too deep in it, but listen. The topic I think is relevant because when's the last time? I'm sure you say thank you throughout the day, but is it real? Is it thank you to the person that you got your Starbucks coffee from? Is it? And that's cool that you say it, and I bet people appreciate it. But sometimes it's just like, how you doing? And you walk by somebody and people say, good. Yeah. And we really don't care. We're not really trying to have a conversation. That's just what you do. So yeah. I think that it's a relevant topic. I think that there's a lot of power in looking somebody in the eyeballs and saying, hey, man, I just need you to know that I appreciate you and I'm thankful for what you do every day. You probably don't even realize some of the stuff that you do, but I just want you to know that it matters to me. It has an impact on my life. Even when you're not even in the room with me, there's some things that you've done that have helped me out in times that I need it. And just saying that out loud, it almost seems uncomfortable a little bit.
Yeah.
Which tells me that people don't do it very much. And so, I don't know. Think about the way the world would be.
Yeah, man, I just want to tell you thank you for being my partner in the ShotCast. Man. Thank you for believing in me. Thank you for being a mentor, brother.
Man, for sure.
That felt good. Wow. You should try it. I have the opposite end of that. I'm more uncomfortable saying sorry than thank you. I could say thank you all day long, but when my wife's waiting for that apology on that drive, I'm like, I'm sorry.
Maybe that's a whole nother episode, huh?
Yeah, I just that's what I have trouble with. But you're right. Sorry, thank you. I learned from a book, what got you here won't get you there. That those are two important key aspects that stunt your growth. When you say thank you and pivot to but, or sorry but, getting rid of the buts or however's, and just being straight up with a thank you from the bottom of your heart, or being straight up with a sorry from the bottom of your heart. So that's great. So let's get into the topic. The topic today is the house always wins. And when we talk about the house, you could be talking about a couple of things. What I think about is the house in the casino, So I'm not sure if anybody's ever gambled. I don't really gamble unless I'm in Vegas doing it, for fun and moderation.
I suck at it, man.
Yeah, I don't enjoy it. I don't like it. But I've tried it before. I'm sure a lot of people have gambled in some form in their life.
I can't even tell you that I suck. Like, I know that I'm no good at it.
Yeah.
If I was good at it, I might be at that blackjack table.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but I know that that I'm not. Yeah. So I don't.
And this recently has caught my attention because I know a lot of folks in my life right now that gamble in some kind of form. I have a friend that's crazy about the fantasy league that, looks at every single stat, every single detail, knows the players' shoe sizes, the injuries they've had, goes real in depth into the studying it. I have another buddy that, bets on the games individually, and he has his phone out all the time. He's watching the games. He's into them. He's pumped up to win a couple $100 or a couple thousand or whatever it is that he puts on it. I ran a gas station with my dad for a couple of years, and I had my same exact customers every single day playing those scratch-offs for years. I'm talking about somebody that comes in every single day for years and waste time on the counter scratching off a ticket. And then I also know some people, end of my life, some people are out of my life that used to gamble and that, at the casino and actually took their lives downhill from gambling. And I thought to myself, why do these people gamble? Why do people play scratch-offs? Why do people play fantasy? Why do people, do any kind of gambling in their life? Why do you think that is?
Because if I win, man, my life will be better, bro.
Yeah. If you win, it's not only for the money, it's what the money does for you. It's for the purpose behind the money. Usually it's because if I hit big, then my life's going to be this, this, and that. And we got a picture of what we want our lives to be. And just using the casino specifically as an example, the house always wins in the casino, and the house is the casino. Now, why does the house always win?
Man, because they got all the money, bro. They got they have the bigger number.
Exactly. So the house always wins because they have unlimited cash flow. They have dealers 24 hours, somebody working the shift. And if that dealer's sick, you best believe they got backup dealers. There's never going to be a time where you come and the dealer's missing on the table. They're always going to have that system running, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Now, for me, if I go into the casino with $1,000, right, the biggest problem with people that hit at the casino is once I hit the extra 1,000, I'm like, okay, maybe I could win 5, maybe I could win 10. And it gets eventually to a point where I lose everything because the house always wins because they have unlimited chances. Okay, it's very simple. I mean, even war. America's one of the strongest countries because our resources are unlimited, right? Our soldiers are almost unlimited. Our weapons are almost unlimited. So imagine you're going to war with somebody and you have 10 pistols, and then you got Ling with 1,000 Uzis, 1,000 AKs, 1,000 soldiers, and I only have 100. Who's going to win that war?
Most of the time, me.
All the time you, unless you're going back to the biblical times where, horses were flying and, God and everybody, you know what I mean? So you're most likely going to win. So it's the same exact thing. The house is always going to win because they have unlimited cash flow. When I run out of cash, they still have cash. Now, let me ask you a question. Let's say the house only had $10,000 to play with every single day. And once the $10,000 ran out for the house, or they ran out of money, there was no refilling the money, and they shut down the casino for the day. What do you think would happen?
Yeah, man, the house would be foreclosed on. I think that's the answer, man. They have the power is in the number, right? They have more numbers than the average person that walks into the slot machine or the blackjack table. And so because the number's bigger, they don't care. They know eventually the odds will allow them to win. But you're right. If they only had a finite number, I don't think we'd call them the house.
Correct. A couple of things would happen. One thing is it would help discipline us folks that win money, and then we get the selfish, greedy voice in the back of our heads to play a little more. If they shut down, we can't play a little more. So we're walking home with that money. A lot more people would hit. Number two, if you walk in with 10,000, the house has 10,000, now you're on an even playing field, right? So it kind of evens out the game for you because they're not unlimited. And number three, a lot more people would win in gambling and the casinos would be more popular, and I'd actually be less, have less hatred towards the casinos and the gambling process because that would even it out a bit. But it's not like that for a reason. It's not like that for a reason because the house always wants to win, so the house will always win, so they have unlimited invisible cash, okay? Now, take that same concept, right? Because when you get into these people's minds that are gambling every single day, or that are playing scratch-offs, or that are playing fantasy, or that are betting on games, whatever it is, if you get into their minds, what they really want is they want to win at life. They're not just doing it to win the game. They're not just doing it to win for that day. They want to win at life. They have a vision in their head of what life is, right? And then I thought about it this way. I said, every single day when you wake up, that is your chance to win at life. Just waking up in the morning healthy, having your body, your brain, your network, your resources, and we all have the same resources. That is your chance to win at life. So imagine those folks just treated life the way they treated the casino. Imagine they woke up every single day and they said, I am the house. I have an unlimited chance today. I'm alive right now. As long as I don't get shot in the head, I don't fall over, have a heart attack, I don't get ran over. This is my chance at life, and I have an unlimited chance today to win. And then they gambled at life. They went out there and they posted a video on YouTube. They went out there and they introduced themselves to some people they didn't know. They went out there and they tried to open a business. They went out there and they tried to sell some widgets. Whatever it is, they had a chance at life, and they went out there and they attacked the day like it was a chance of them having an unlimited opportunity to succeed. What do you think is going to happen over a long period of time if you just started treating it like that?
Well, listen, there's the saying, the house always wins, is there for a reason. And so if anybody in this room or that room out there acted that way, I bet there'd be a whole lot more winning. Take some chances. You might find some relationships that push you forward, that all of a sudden you do have that big lick that you were searching for with the scratch off. Yeah.
And you could even take it a step further than that, right? What if you put the same concentration and focus as you did in the fantasy football league, or in the football games that you're watching and betting on, or at how to try to master blackjack and count cards, or whatever the hell it is you do, or how to think you have that, secret weapon at the slots. Imagine you took that same time and energy and you put it into your passion, or you put it into something that you do every single day, and you studied it just like you study those players. Or you studied it just like you try to study the casino, or whatever it is, you studied it and you put the same exact passion, blood, sweat, and tears into what you do every single day in your life, which is what me and you are doing. That's what I do every single day. I wake up and I say I'm going to put my all into everything I do, and to show gratitude to my family and friends, and to my career at work. I'm going to give it my all every single day at my career at work, and then I'm going to give it my all my passions, which is what I'm doing right now. And I know it's not easy. Don't think it's easy. Don't think you're going to wake up and put it all out there and then you're just going to hit big and win life. But that's not the point. The point is you are the house, and you have endless resources and endless opportunities every single day you wake up to hit. If you keep doing it for 1 year, 365 days, 2 years, 3 years, you're going to eventually hit. There's no way you could gamble at life and put your all every single day out there on the field and not hit. That's why I am not concerned right now. I believe if I keep going, God willing, everything stays the same with my health, with my family, nothing sidetracks me. If I keep going down the same path, I'm eventually going to hit at life and make something happen. Because everything connects and every door opens up to another door, and the opportunities are endless as long as you persist and do them. But it just kills me, the fact that I see people that put nothing into their career, Never even tried to get better at their career, like spent any time or resources. But then they're a fanatic about fantasy football, and they know every single stat about every single player, but they have something in front of them that they could really succeed in and that could help them take their life to a whole nother level, but there's no focus or attention in that right there, but there's so much attention into this right here. And I get it. You like watching football. You're passionate about it. Like, you could be passionate about it, but why not put the same passion into what you do every single day and try to hit at life?
Man, listen, you brought up some today that really got my mind going, and I'm hoping everybody listening understands that this concept of you are the house. I think there's nothing more realer than that's been said. Like, I really do. Sometimes we don't view it that way. We think that the government or the man or somebody has all the resources, but you got breath in your lungs, you have a roof over your head, hopefully everybody does. You have people around you that care about you and love you somewhere, somehow. You got people that want you to succeed, so believe in you. And really, there's not much more that you need, except there's a barrier to entry, I believe, Alex. And you talked about fantasy football. Listen, I'm in a couple leagues. I'm not ashamed of it. Doesn't consume my day. I'll give it 10 minutes on a Sunday to put in my little lineup. But here's the thing: I love sports. I love football, right? So I know it. I'm familiar with it. And so for me to spend time on that, it's congruent. It makes sense. Success, finding success, trying to find your lane or do something that will help you in your dreams and aspirations. Sometimes we don't know that. So guess what? It becomes harder to do. So I think what you're talking about, at least the message that I'm hearing, is that you need to make something familiar. If you want to, it doesn't matter what it is. It really does not. Maybe you want to travel. Maybe that's a thing of yours. Ever since a young child, you've wanted to see the world. So if you want to, listen, that costs money, right? Mm-hmm. So you better have some. But if you don't and you want to travel, one way that I can think of is you better speak some other languages. Because if you do, then you'll be in high demand and you'll be able to make a living at that while you're traveling. So I don't know any languages, so that's hard, right? But if I spent some time on Rosetta Stone or whatever these things are, and I spent an hour a day or an hour and a half a day, and I learned some languages, all of a sudden now it's familiar. Now it becomes fun, right? I know how to speak 2 different languages. So guess what? I'm going to go apply at this place or that place, or I don't even know where you'd apply at. But anyways, you get my point. Then all of a sudden, your dreams and realization of being able to travel is realized because it's not unfamiliar anymore. I think that's part of the barrier to entry. Fantasy football is fun. We know the players if you follow football or whatever it is. So it's easy to spend some time in. You're not going to win thousands and millions of dollars. You're not going to take care of yourself that way. So if you're thinking about it in those terms, you've got to become familiar with something so it doesn't become work, and you got to put some time in to be able to do that. And that's the barrier to entry, man. That's why it's hard.
And why are the odds against you in fantasy football? DraftKings. Why is it likely that DraftKings would win?
Because they got all the money, man. They
got all the money, and they are the house. They got unlimited resources, unlimited players. So if you're just picking a certain amount of players, the odds are that 90% of other players that you haven't picked are going to do better, and things are going to go wrong. The odds are against your favor. The odds are not against your favor in life. But I think you broke down the formula to people, which is good, because people are going to be listening saying, okay, life is a gamble. I'm the house. I have all-in chips every single day. What do I wake up and do, right? Yeah. And that's exactly what Lang just said to you guys. He said that take whatever it is you want to do, connect it to what you have to do every single day to get that, What's the tunnel that you have to go through to get your dreams or to get your goals to be accomplished, and master that craft every single day. So like he said, if it's traveling, master languages, and then you could probably find a job or a career where you could travel around.
Wouldn't even be hard.
Yeah, and translate things. But the problem is that you don't find it as interesting enough to go listen to Rosetta Stone every single day and put in the time and the effort to learn the languages, you would rather watch fantasy football and play with your stats, and because that's something you enjoy more.
Here's the thing, though. This is the part. I guess the starting is difficult, right? But if you're around somebody that knows a few different languages, right, and all of a sudden they bump into somebody that speaks one of the languages they know, man, you see their eyes light up. Now it's familiar. It's familiar. Because you have a knowledge that is rare, right? So then it becomes fun. And so the starting is hard. Yeah, I don't know any languages, Alex, so I'm not speaking from experience. But if you did it for 30 days or 45 days or something, and boom, now all of a sudden you learn the language and you bump into somebody else that speaks that language, and it becomes fantasy football. It becomes fun and familiar, and now I want to learn more. And we just have to get over that hump.
Correct.
It takes time, though.
It does take time. So let me give you another example. I want to make sure you listening, you understand exactly how to do what we're saying. I'll use myself. I'll be vulnerable right here. Okay. My dream and my purpose is to be a motivational speaker, maybe start a motivational company. I want to go out there to different companies. I want to take my resume and everything I've built in my life to show who I am. And then I want to go out there and run a seminar, teach people the ways, build a culture. It doesn't have to be sales, but build sales trainings and techniques, and just come in and revamp your company, and do that kind of seminar and really get people aligned into the mission. And then go around traveling and doing that. At the same time, building content as I go and building these channels up as far as the social media channels, which we don't have very long with, by the way. I feel like this era is dying of these social media. Something else is coming. Yeah. So that's me winning at life. If that were to happen, I'd feel like, okay, I won at life. I'm sure there'd be something else after that, because successful people are always going to extend that finish line to the next thing. But that's my purpose right now, where I want to get to. So life is my gamble. Every single day when I wake up, I am the house. What am I going to do today to make that come true? And what you're seeing right now is me going all in at life. I'm here recording a ShotCast with Lang about a very important topic to try to help the youth and the older and everybody listening, try to help just give you a little perspective and how you should treat life to succeed.
On Thanksgiving.
On Thanksgiving, right? Which is a big sacrifice to me and Lang, maybe a bigger one to you. Because I know that you got a bigger family than me and you got a lot of places to go. My wife's family's not here, so I got just one place to go. It's a little easier for me, so thank you for being here again. Say thank you. But you're not giving it your all every single day in your life like I am. Or maybe you are, and if you are, keep it up. So this is what I'm doing, and then I'm posting on social medias, and then I'm doing the top 10 takeaways of books, and then I'm making motivational speeches, and I'm putting them on YouTube, and then at my work, I'm going out there and giving speeches out there, and when I meet people outside, I'm talking about what I do, and I'm trying to broaden my network, and I'm trying to meet people. That is me going all in. I believe right now I'm probably 95% going all in on my passion. I haven't figured out what the other 5% I'm missing is, but if you tell me what it is, I'll go out there and do it. So that's one example of me going all in at life, being the house, because I know if I keep going all in every single day of the whole year, and it doesn't have to be every single day, that's just what I want to do, I know at a certain point I'm going to hit. I'm going to hit. It could be hitting with somebody telling me to come out to my company and speak. It could be hitting with being hired as a motivational speaker. It could be hitting with starting my own company. I'm going to hit some way, somehow, as long as I keep doing what I'm doing. So that's the how and the why behind it. So take whatever it is that you want to do in your life and then give yourself an action item every single day to go all in on this and be the house. And at a certain point in time, you're going to end up hitting. You will end up hitting. And then those people that used to come to my gas station and just waste hours scratching off a ticket on the thing, waiting for that big ticket, like, what the fuck are your passions? Why don't you go out there and scratch off life and see what you could get instead of coming here at my gas station wasting time?
And listen, I'm proud of you because what we're doing, you're doing, all of this on a Thanksgiving, right? Even podcasts or ShotCast or the videos that you're doing, that's the hard work part. Right, that's the barrier to entry that I was talking about. If you and I would have talked a year ago about doing a podcast, you probably would have looked at me like I had 3 eyeballs, or you'd be interested, but we didn't know a lot about it, right? Now you have a studio. I mean, just think about the transformation of that itself. And so now you're familiar with it. So guess what? It's enjoyable. It becomes something that you're interested in. You watch other podcasts, you learn some things, and now we're here on Thanksgiving, making sure that we get this done. And so it doesn't become work anymore. And eventually, the hard work that happens for whatever your passion is will eventually turn into, and I don't mean to, fantasy football. It's going to be something that's fun, right? Something you enjoy, something you're the expert in, and then other people will look to you and say, hey, you're the expert in this. Will you come and teach me? And I think that's what you're talking about. So it's 100%. Cool,
and then if you study and research all the successful people out there, they gambled every single day and they played it like the house and they went all in on their chips every single day at life to get where they want to go. Elon Musk had him and his girlfriend sleeping at his friend's apartment on the couch and on the floor for, over a year with no money at all. He gambled all in 3 times, lost everything, built it back up. Gary Vee recorded a YouTube show every single day for years with, barely any subscribers. He did it way longer than me and you are doing it. And now look at him, 7 million followers and running, And Mark Cuban, like all these millionaires, billionaires have the same exact story. They went all in every single day. There's not one single one of them that got it easy. Not one single one. Even the Amazon picture, I have it hung up in my office right now. The guy's in a little closet-like office with an Amazon hand sign, right on the wall. Everybody went all in every single day. The thing that bugs me the most about leadership, bugs me the most about life, but at the same time, it is why me and you are here with our purpose, is how many people waste time on things that are outside of their passions or their purpose or outside of them winning lives, but they spend so much time and energy into it. And listen, I get it. You like football, you want to play fan. Like, I get it, right? Mm-hmm. There's some things I like. I like watching UFC, so I'll spend my time on pay-per-view nights, bringing the guys over, watching the fights. So there's things I like too, but everything in moderation. But there's people that I know and that I see that consume 80-90% of their life with this one thing, and
let
then
it dominate them.
Let it dominate them. Don't consume barely anything else to their passion and their purpose and what they want to do. And it just kills me. Like, what's the disconnect? What's the disconnect? And I'll give you 3 examples of this, then you could talk about it on your own. But one example is I know some girls at work, okay? And they'll spend their time consuming gossip. And when I say time, I'm saying like they're chatting about it, and they're FaceTiming about it, and they're having debates about it, and they're together talking about it. Gossip that really doesn't matter. It doesn't affect their life in any way or form. Whatever, you enjoy that gossip, I'm fine with it, but you're spending 95% of your time about that gossip. Imagine where you could take that same time and apply it somewhere else. That drives me crazy. Number 2, I know a guy at work, right? He will literally know every single stat about fantasy football, right? Every single stat about fantasy football. But when it comes to the business and improving the business and knowing every single thing about your client to build a better relationship and build a better sale, nope. Nothing. And the 3rd example I'll give you is, with people I know that gamble, that like they get paid, they go to the casino like, oh my God, I'm going to hit big, I'm going to hit big. And instead of getting paid, buying resources or meeting new people or applying it back to their life and their passion and what they want to do, they just run to the casino for an easy way out. Which you have the easy way out. You're awake and you have an unlimited chance to win life, but you're not seeing it like that. So, and then there's so many more examples of folks that I know. I'm just thinking of a few people that pop in my head that do other things that consume all their time, but won't spend nearly even half of that time on their purpose and passion. And that really drives me crazy. It does. The only people it doesn't drive me crazy for are the people that they just want to have this kind of life. Some people are happy with that. They just want to make this much. They want to go home, play their video games. They want to watch football. They don't want anything more out of life. They don't got any big passions or purpose, And that's fine too. So if you really want that, keep doing it. But for the people that complain about where they are, they complain about how shit's going in their life, but then all their time is consumed with some bullshit that doesn't make them any dividends or return.
All right, don't be too frustrated, man. Don't be too bummed out, man.
Because if everybody had a purpose and everybody gambled their all-in chips every single day at life to try to hit, you would need no leaders. I wouldn't even have a job because you wouldn't need me. Everybody's driven on their own because they're trying to hit at life. Why do you need somebody to pump you up and motivate you to go do what you need to do? Why do you need me there? I wish I could come in one day, just everybody's ready. Voicemail's clear, his email's clear. They know they're hot clients for the day. They're pumped up. They had their morning rituals. And like, imagine I came into that, like I would probably pass out.
Well, yeah, it'd probably be your last day, like you said, man. You just wouldn't be needed.
It's just sad that it has to be my last day, and that's we talk about it like it's impossible. It's sad and fucked up. That's just my point on it.
Enough of that sadness on Thanksgiving.
All right. I'm just letting it out because if you're listening and you're one of those people that give your all in something that doesn't pay you back dividends or returns, I challenge you to at least put half of that focus into your passion and purpose and see where it takes you.
I would say everybody has a passion, a desire, a want, a need. It is. And even if it's in the eyes of the beholder. Some people might think it's big or small or whatever, but everybody has something, man. Everybody has something. So I think what you're just saying is put your time and effort and resources in doing it.
Yeah,
time is a big one.
I'm very empathetic to humans, man. I know that every human has their own roller coaster. They're going through their own things. I don't hold grudges or hold things against people. I just let out the way I feel. I'm very blunt and upfront about it, and hopefully it could help you move forward in your life. And like I said, if you're comfortable and happy where you are and you don't want to move forward, then keep doing what you're doing. I mean, that's cool too, but I'm just talking about the people that complain about those things.
Or even want and desire better.
Correct.
You ready for some shots, man, on the Thanksgiving?
Yeah, man, I'm pumped, man. This coffee got me pumped.
Yeah.
6 shots, nitro.
6 shots, man. I can't believe
I
let you give me that, by the way.
Starbucks, make sure I get my $20,000 check. Here you are.
Yeah, I think it's in the mail.
It's coming soon.
You want to go? You want me to go? What's up?
I just went on a rant, man. Go ahead, let me breathe. Yeah.
Okay.
What's your ShotCast for these folks on Thanksgiving? Give them a nice shot for that turkey and gravy.
So here's what I tell you. And I don't know, maybe I get passionate today, but so we talked about time a little bit. And I believe that's usually the sacrifice, man. If you want to learn something new, if you want to try something new, it's going to take some time. There's just no doubt about it.
Yeah.
And so we make a choice. We decide if we're going to spend that currency, which is time, or we're not. We're going to do something else with it. And as the years pile up and you become more seasoned in life, time becomes more valuable. And so my guy, and I've mentioned his name maybe before, but to my man K. Rich, I'm thankful for you, man. I'm thankful for some of the inspiration you've given me, and I'm probably not sitting at this table without some of that inspiration. And so happy Thanksgiving to you and your family, young man. But he hit me with a story one day, hit a lot of people with a story, and it was about desperation. And so it was about a village in Indonesia called Batu Basik, and it's young children that need to travel 7 miles one way to elementary school. 7 miles. So that means they got to come back 7 miles, and there ain't no buses, there's no scooters, there's no bird scooters or whatever we got flying around down here in Detroit. You got to walk, and part of the travel is over a suspension bridge that is banged up and looks like it's barely hanging together, and they have to walk across waters that have crocodiles below. And
this is as of today, current?
Yeah, you go to Google and Google Batu Basik village in Indonesia, and you'll see the pictures. It's heartbreaking to watch these young children, but this is the only way out. The only way out is school. Like, nobody's going to come pluck them from the village to go run a Fortune 500 company unless they go to school. They have to go.
Yeah.
And they do this every day. And so guess what? Everybody passes. 100% pass rate, of course, right? Because I went through all of this to get to school. I'll be damned if I'm not paying attention. And so the moral of the story, the point of the story, is the gift of desperation. And man, I wish everybody had it. Because imagine yourself walking 7 miles over waters, barely making it across a bridge, knowing, by the way, you got to come back in 7 or 8 hours. Imagine going to class and sleeping in class. Could you imagine that even as a possibility? There's not a chance. If you're going to do all of that to go learn something, you'll be darned if you're not going to stay after class and ask more questions and take that resource for everything that it is, because you're desperate. You got to get up out of that village. And so because we have nice things and we have public transportation and we have Ubers and we have, I don't know, we get spoiled as hell. And we don't have, many of us, some of us don't have that gift of desperation. The years just pile up. Maybe I win the scratch off. I'm not going to put any extra time in because I'm tired or whatever the deal is. But man, just imagine if wherever you were headed to work, you walked 7 miles over crocodile-infested waters. Do you think you would put your all in? Do you think you would give it everything you had? Would you challenge somebody to the left of you that wasn't bringing it like you would? Would you do that? There's 100% chance that you would. And so I think about some of the things that we talked about. You are the house. You have unlimited supply. And even if you get banged up and pull a hamstring or have a health issue, guess what? Everybody does. So figure out a way while you're in the hospital bed to still work on your passion and challenge yourself, because there's just life waiting for you when you're out. So I guess my point is, or my shot or my inspiration would be,
You got me pumped.
figure out the gift of desperation. Don't look at it as, well, at least I wasn't desperate, or maybe she didn't go out with me, but at least I didn't act desperate. Man, be desperate. Go by her locker every day. Place a phone call every day. The gift of desperation is something that I wish I had at times. I wish we all had the opportunity to have at times, because if we had it, you wouldn't be 75 wishing. You would be 75 counting, or you'd be 75 and inspired a generation. That's the point. So think about the gift of desperation. You have Thanksgiving today. Will it be Thanksgiving every day for you? Will you believe in somebody enough next Thursday to hit them up and say, listen, man, I believe in you and I just want to say thank you for what you did, and think about what that does. We all have certain amount of hours and minutes and seconds in a day. Will you be desperate with yours? That's my shot.
It's hard to follow it up, man. It was a good shot. Strong, brother. You all right?
6 shots.
Meditation.
Shout out to K. Rich.
Yeah, that was a good one, man. The gift of desperation. I love it. So I'm going to give you the systematic approach. Of course, Ace coming in with a system all the time, processes. I'm going to give you the system to give your all in life every single day. So we talked about the house always wins. And a lot of you say, well, okay, it's not easy for me to wake up every single day and have that mentality. So how do I do it? So I'm going to give you the ingredients to do it. I'm going to give you the brain hack to hack your brain and your body and your soul every single morning to get what you want and be grateful for what you have. And it's very simple. You make a list every single morning. If you don't have pen and paper, put it in your phone. If you don't have phone, put it on pen and paper. If you don't have either of those, say it out loud in the mirror. Don't give me any excuses. There's no excuses here. There's always a way to do it. Make a gratitude list, okay? Quick list of what you're grateful for, all right? You could share it with somebody. You could put it on your own. You could say it out loud. I am grateful for this. I am grateful for my family. I'm grateful for God. I'm grateful for my life. I'm grateful for my wife. I'm grateful for my brain. I just seen somebody walking in a wheelchair. I'm grateful for my legs. I know this guy's sick. I'm grateful for my health right now. Whatever it is, make a gratitude list. That's step one. That way Thanksgiving is every goddamn day because you're grateful every goddamn day. You don't got to wait the whole year to be grateful. Number 2, if you want to go all in life, put together 1 to 5 action items for the day that are going to show that you're betting your chips on your passion and your purpose in life. So for me, if this is my passion and purpose, in the morning after I make my gratitude list, I'm going to put an action item together. Today I'm going to post on social media. Today I'm going to reach out to Lang and do a ShotCast. Today I'm going to, do an extra post at this time. Today I'm going to go speak to a group. Whatever it is for you and your passion, put together a list of action items every single day. Now just think with me for 1 second. Close your eyes and think with me for 1 second. If you made a gratitude list every single day for a month and you put together 1 to 5 action items every single day for a month, 30 days straight of action items that will get you closer to your purpose and your passion and show that you're going all in, even half in, on what it is you want to accomplish in your life and succeed in, what would that do after 30 days if you just strictly focus on those action items and you're grateful in the morning when you start your day? You're going to be at a whole nother level from where you are right now. And after 30 days, 60 days, and 90 days, and everything connects, and it's going to keep going. And if you tell me I can't do it every single day because I have this, this, and that, then you're missing the whole point. Do it 3 times a week, 1 time a week. The whole thing is get started and make it a ritual and be consistent with it. A list of what you're grateful for and a list of action items in the day that are going to get you closer to your goals and your purpose. So that way you're not wasting time on all this other bullshit that doesn't pay you any dividends or returns. And you're actually putting your all into what you want to do in your life to hit at life, because you are the house. And the fact that you woke up means that you have unlimited chips today to succeed and to do whatever it is you want to do. And to take it back to Langshot, if you had to walk 9 miles to work, you're going to put your fucking all in at work, because you had to walk 9 miles over crocodiles and a broken bridge. The fact that you're comfy and you're fortunate enough to have a nice cozy ride into work and you don't have to, go through hoops to get there, don't let that stop you from giving your all. And those are my shots. That's my shot to you. The gratitude list and the action items, along with keeping that desperation in mind of what it could be instead of what you have right now, and treating it every single day like you went through 9 miles. That's a life changer. I mean, if you take his shot and my shot and apply it, automatic life changer. Money back guarantee, time back guarantee.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Pleasure,
Grateful for you guys.
Your friends.
Share it with anybody you love. Whoever you're grateful for, share this channel with. Let them grow as well. Have a great Thanksgiving. Gobble, gobble.
Hit them with the gobble, gobble.
Gobble, gobble, motherfuckers.
Good?
That was the strongest one yet, man.